Right, welcome guys. The ending of Joker 2 or Joker Folie Deux has leaked online. So full spoilers ahead for this, ladies and gentlemen. Full spoilers. Do not watch any more of this video if you don't want any spoilers. I myself don't really mind about spoilers, obviously, as I'm sure you're aware. I don't know what to think about this, to be fair. I actually think some of this is quite cool. But apparently some people are really not happy about it. I don't know why. I mean, I guess because people thought that Arthur Fleck would become the clown prince of crime himself, the Joker. But hey, I quite like the sound of this. Basically, just the short of it is Joker does die, but not in the way that has previously been leaked, which was that there was an explosion. So let's take a look. Again, full spoilers. I mean, I've already given some of the spoilers away, but there's more. Actually, there's more spoilers. There's more spoilers ahead. There's more spoilers. But hit subscribe if you're new here and you don't mind videos like this, I guess. So, okay, there's a detailed breakdown of the spoilers now. So there was a review embargo that dropped a while ago, well, lifted a while ago, and you would see people like Deadline. Deadline was the worst for it, actually. Deadline reported basically a divisive ending and seemingly did reveal the end, right? They suggested that Arthur Fleck dies, and they suggested that he died in an explosion. The explosion that we see in the courtroom in the trailers. Now, it says here, obviously, because Arthur Fleck dying, it does mean that he never becomes the Joker. But that never really made any sense in this movie universe anyway. He can't physically become the Joker because we saw Bruce Wayne, he was too young. It just never made any sense. It never made any sense at all. So that is fine to me personally. But what happens is, well, again, all the trades seeming to confirm that there was an explosion, right? And it says here, TV spots for the movie have shown an explosion in the courtroom. But according to what now has come out, is that explosion doesn't actually kill Joker or Arthur Fleck. Instead, Arthur manages to flee and reunites with Lee Quinzel, who decides to break up with him because his true self is not Arthur. Well, his true self is Arthur, not Joker. Because there's a big thing running through this film about who are you? Who is Arthur? Is he Joker? Because he's on trial for obviously all of his crimes, and it's like, are you cognizant? Are you Joker? Are you insane? Or are you Arthur? And you knew what you were doing. But he flees. Lee Quinzel realizes he is sane. He is Arthur. And so breaks up with him. Now, the police then decide to arrest Arthur and send him back to Arkham Asylum, where a fellow inmate says, hey, I'm going to tell you a joke. And he's like, yeah, sure, tell me a joke. There is no punchline. Arthur just gets stabbed in the gut. And he's left out to bleed and die. Whilst he laughs. Whilst we get that Joker laugh. Now, okay. Sure, fine. But the big twist is that inmate, played by an actor called Jacob Lofland, proceeds to give himself something called a Glasgow smile, which is obviously slices up your face. Which apparently looks very, very similar to Heath Ledger's Joker. And then the insinuation is, of course, that he is the Clown Prince of Crime. Or will become the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime. Now, as this article says, is this sort of serving as Joker as a prequel to Christopher Nolan's trilogy? Probably not. Maybe more of a fun nod. Now, originally, the original ending of Joker was supposed to end with him giving himself a Glasgow smile. Arthur was supposed to get a Glasgow smile. And then plans changed and he just drew it on with blood. But I think the interesting thing about this is that he was never going to be Joker anyway. Right? Now, the actor who plays the new Joker is this individual, Jacob Lofland. Does he look like Heath Ledger? No, of course not. Does this mean that it's a prequel? No, of course not. I don't hate this as an ending, though. This article's like, oh, there's a lot to unpack. You can probably see how this might upset some fans. Not really. This always seemed to be off in its own place, its own thing. And I don't hate that, you know. You have someone... Well, I guess you could probably hate it on the perspective of someone being inspired by another person that calls himself Joker, then truly to become the Joker. But I guess if you're looking at it from like a philosophical, in-universe perspective, what's the biggest joke there? The biggest joke of the Joker, the true Joker, is that he was inspired by another Joker. I mean, that's quite funny, right? Like, there's a sort of a bittersweet irony there, that the biggest joke is the Joker himself. He was never actually the first Joker. Do you see what I mean? There's something quite sort of philosophically profound to the Joker in that perspective. But basically, yeah, Arthur just dies, gets stabbed in the guts, left on the floor, laughing to bleed. And then this dude cuts his face up and is like, hey, I'm actually the Joker now. Well, it doesn't actually say that, obviously, but all but does. It was like, I'm Joker, yeah, whatever. So, I don't know. I don't hate this news. I actually quite like this, to be honest. I think it's actually quite a cool... I don't know, I think it's quite a cool way to end it. I don't like this part. You know, the whole Lee Quinzel just been like, no, see you later, mate. You're not Joker. Actually, you're Arthur. Bye. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't necessarily like that part. I think that's a bit lame. But, I mean, the whole premise of the movie is supposedly this court case. You know, is he Joker? Is he Arthur? Is he insane? Is he a criminal mastermind? Blah, 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 blah. So, there you go. The ending of Joker 2, Folie Deux. I think this will annoy some people, though, for sure. And I will say this. You could have done something... I mean, there's so many avenues you could have taken with this character. You could have had him truly become a clown prince of crime. Not necessarily that the first movie insinuated that, but there's no reason why someone can't become that. So, it is what it is. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Does this annoy you? Does it not? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.